Good morning. If your itch for flowers in your house is driving you crazy, I suggest that maybe you go to, if there's a Trader Joe's near you, and I'm going to show you what I just picked up. So I'm going to make some flower arrangements. So I have two different vases I'm trying to decide. This is a vase by Klaus Dalby. I have it in two different sizes. And this is a vase that I've had for a long time from the Pottery Barn, but it doesn't hold water. So in that case, I have another little container that I might consider putting in there. I'm not sure. So let's look and see what I actually bought today. All right. So I have a few focal flowers. I think I'm going to do two arrangements, one the red, the yellows, and another with the pinks and the whites. So I have some freesia. I have some alstroemeria. I have some little mini roses, and I think that is going to go really nice together. And then for filler, I have goldenrod. So you can see, I tried to get a lot of filler this time because the Klaus Dalby vases are open at the top versus narrow, and so I find I need more filler. So for the white stuff, whatever, I have feverfew. I'm not sure what on earth this is, but it's a really pretty burgundy color that I might use with that. I have some pink and white veronicas, and I have, again, another just assorted filler. This is a wax flower. So I've got a pink theme and a red and white, a red and yellow theme. So let's start building our arrangements. I may end up changing my mind about what I'm using where and the vase size, depending on how things start going. I like to start with my filler flowers, and I would consider alstroemeria a filler flower. Freesia is definitely a focal flower, and so I will probably start. With this, with the goldenrod, and some of the alstroemeria, not all, because I think I'm going to save some of this to go in the pink and white bouquet. So let's get these all open. Trader Joe's, the prices were like $4 or $5 per bunch. It just depends, what they have. Of course, they have a lot of other flowers. They had tons of flowers in the one that I went to. So let's get some water and get these prepped. So here's a nice close-up. Like I said, we have the alstroemeria. I think that goes really pretty with the roses. Goldenrod, solidago, some filler that I don't know what it is, and then some freesia for some really pops of pretty purple. Focal flowers. Oh my God, I can't talk. So this is what I'm going to be working with for the red and yellow bouquet. So you can see I've got my flowers all laid out. They're all opened up so I can, assess if there's any damage. I will say with most store-bought flowers, there are going to be some things you're just going to have to get rid of because not everything comes in great shape. So again, here's the goldenrod. There's the alstroemeria. We've got the roses, and then we've got the freesia over there. So let's start building our arrangement. So first things first, I always put flower food in. Most flowers that you get in the store do come with flower food. I use a brand called Crystal. And whether you're actually going to, make some kind of arrangements or you're just going to pop things in a vase, you always want to cut the stems. Don't forget that, these plants, who knows how long they've been sitting wherever they've been sitting, but you always want to make a fresh cut. So it's kind of nice, just figure out where, what height you're going for in your arrangement, and then make a fresh cut. Okay. Now, in this case, I'm not using a frog. I could, let me see if my frog fits in here. Might. No, it does. Okay. All right. So I do have a frog. So let's use that. Whoops. Okay. And that just helps to hold the plants in place. You don't have to use one. You could use some crumbled up wires. Like I said, here there's some, definitely yuck is the best way I can describe it. That part of this is not in great shape at this point. So I'm going to actually cut a couple of those off. And okay, so let's start with, make that one a little shorter. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a framework. Next, I'm going to use, now, I only have four of whatever this red filler is. I really don't know what this is. I'm going to hold off on that for a little bit. So I'm going to use my Alstroemeria next. Always remove any leaves that are going to be under the water. And then you can start experimenting with how tall do you want certain things, okay? Is that a good height? Do you want it lower? If you're going to use it in the center of a table, you're going to make it lower, much lower, okay? Pull off the bottom leaves and let's pop it in. So let me get this all going and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. So we have the goldenrod, the roses, the filler, I think it looks really pretty with the yellow and the burgundies. And you can see how little time that took me. This was basically real time. So let's do our pink and white arrangement now. So you can see I decided to throw in a couple of pussy willow branches because I have pussy willows literally sitting right here beside me. So I decided to flip those in because I've got a whole container of pussy willows that are actually growing. So definitely think that added to it a little bit. I like it. I like the branches. So on to the next one. So for my second arrangement, I've got, like I said, the feverfew, got some waxflower, I've got some alstroemeria, and I have some veronica. So I've decided to use a little purple vase, purple glass vase instead of the other ones I was looking at. So let's try and start putting this together now. So just a reminder, same procedure. So I'm gonna put some, Floral Life type of stuff in here. I've got my container, and while I don't have another frog that will fit in here, I have just the glass beads that you can find them anywhere. So let's get this together. So what do you think? Do you like the pink and the white better than the yellow and the red? Let me know. What are you doing to satisfy your need for flowers at this point? Like I said, Trader Joe's has great assortment of flowers. Usually Whole Foods does too. I just have to say, be really careful when you're buying them. Look at them carefully, because there's often a lot of breakage. I had a few of the alstroemerias came off, the buds came off. So just check and look at the bottom, look at the leaves on the bottom, where they have it wrapped up, and make sure that it's not, brown and yucky and, all that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm at today. You can see, wanted to show you, I added a couple of shelves to my grow rack from Gardener's Supply. And I still have all kinds of things growing here. Hang on, I'll turn around and show it to you. So I'd really love your advice on what's the story with my snapdragons. I've got them now. I put them under a light, closer to a light, but they're just, they've been up for ages, but they're not growing at all. So I don't really understand that. So please, I'm open to suggestions. Everything else is doing really well. Sweet William, I need to separate these, but those are really looking really nice. The Rebecca daisies are okay. Everything else looks fine. I've got lots of ranunculus coming up. Let me show you what I've got going over here. I've got a regular greenhouse growing in my basement here. So I've got a bunch of ranunculus. They're all coming up. I have some toucan coral that I saved from last year. Got some elephant ears from last year. My sweet pea seeds are doing good. I actually had to put them in a container because they got bigger than I thought they would, even though I pinched them. Nothing else is really growing too much except for the blessing willow. My cup and saucer vine, now they've all germinated. So I've got them, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 9. So I'm going to have to start thinking about what I'm doing with those. The stalk is looking really nice. I think I showed you this the other day. Those look good. Thank God. I'm very excited about that. I'm really upset about the snapdragons. Same with broccoli. That looks really good. So that's what's happening. So I hope you're having a great day. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, the video I have coming out is all about how to attract pollinators to your garden, especially with the ever-changing climate challenges that as gardeners we're all facing. So stay tuned. That'll be out tomorrow morning, but I just wanted to give you a quick preview of what gardening stuff I'm doing in the basement today. It's a little chilly. You can see I have my scarf on. And it's starting to rain, and I think we're supposed to maybe get even a little more snow. But the snow is slowly melting in the front yard and then a little slower in the back. I got one small bed where I have a lot of tulips and alliums cleaned up yesterday, but not the rest of it. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Stay tuned tomorrow for tomorrow's video. And next week, I'm going to start talking about deer-resistant plants. Of course, nothing's deer preventative, you know. Deer will eat anything if they're hungry, but there are some things that will discourage them a little bit. So we'll talk about some shrubs and perennial suggestions. So hope you're having a great day.